And there's never going to be a time when you're totally in control.
Why
Life
not?
is a constant struggle.
I don't see why black people can't be totally in control of their destiny.
The problem is we're in love with this bitch that beats us. I talked about this shit on pause. It's like we're in love with an abusive husband. And we really want this motherfucker to like us. We want acknowledgement. We're not trying to leave here until we get acknowledged for what we did here. And the truth is, we may never.
Right.
That is the truth.
Not in our lifetime, no.
We may never get the respect we deserve in this space. We may never get the acknowledgement we deserve in this space for our contributions and what we did. Because this is a bad relationship. It is a toxic, bad relationship, and we are living with our fucking abuser. And at the end of the day, are we gonna leave? Are we willing to leave with nothing? Are we willing to leave with the shirt on our back because we have to get away from this sick motherfucker? Are we gonna wait until this nigga kills us? That's the question. And if we're willing to leave with the shirt on our back, then we need to galvanize as a people. And I think go to the UN as a real collective and say we are abused and we need help.
How many of us think like how you speak it versus how many
It's
of us
not about
brainwashed?
where do we go. At that point, the UN will tell us where we could go. They will allot us a space.
Now you saying some real shit, sis, but check this out. Me and you think like that. Out of 100 people, it's only gonna be 3 that's gonna be down to do it. But the others that's brainwashed is gonna be the people that
Because they're stuck in the fucked up relationship.
Yeah.
But I think the more we talk about it as a fucked up relationship and not how we can win America, but the more the voice is we got to get away from these niggas, the more we can convince and change the thinking. We're still so trying to play, bro.
Nah, you right.
And it's like, why? Who are we fucking playing with? Why are we playing with these niggas still? Folks who get out, they just go.
Right.
They're like, yo, I'm a packer to go back tonight. I'm out.
Right.
What I got is what I got. You're Tina Turner running into the hotel.
100%.
Because if you're trying to leave comfortable, you're never going to leave. It just doesn't matter. None of that matters. It's like living in all that is what gets you stuck, bro. I did this for niggas, so they should do this. No. We can't need anybody's help. There's too many of us. We're too capable. We're too smart. We're too
100%.
educated. We don't need anybody's help.
100%. But we don't even know what a win looks like, right? Like, does a win look like we divest and get out of here?
We don't know what we want.
Right.
I've said that a lot.
Yeah.
We don't know what we want
because we don't know what the W is.
But because and that's why I was asking, what is the W? And someone said that's a crazy question, but it was a real question. What do we want out of this? What do we want out of this is a real question. And I also think it's because we've never been allowed to really commune and talk to each other. What does that look? So I asked the question I asked before, Chef. Can we do that here? Can we really unify and work as one here under this oppression, under this guise, under what they systematically, consistently do? Is it even possible? It's just like you could grow up in a house and that be your house. You could grow up with your family and that be your family. And you realize like, yo, I need to get away from these niggas to be something. This environment is not conducive with my growth. This environment is not conducive with me becoming the person I need to become. So can we do that? Can we actually unify, become one, and do all these things here? When we've seen Black Wall Street get burned down, anytime we do unify, they find a systematic way to destroy that unification. Anytime we do commune our dollars, they find a way to destroy that communion of our dollars. Can it happen here? You and I, it's still a sacrificial existence for the Black people that are coming. We want ours right now, building something. So a part of our shit is still sacrificial. It's not even for me. It's not even for you.
Now you saying some real shit.
And it's like we have to accept that because we have to help us. We're always asking someone to fucking help us.
Because we helped a lot of people, though,
But it
right?
doesn't.
The
And
vice presidential candidate
we want all the
home
dividends
state.
now
And I want to
because
extend
we
that out
align
further
ourselves with
because
whiteness.
remember,
we align
in
we see what white people get
2016,
to have, and we
this
go like,
was
why don't we
one
get
of
to
the
have
states
that?
that Trump
Why don't I get
almost
to
got.
have that?
You know, he got,
and
remember,
then we start
Pennsylvania he
playing their
flipped,
game,
Michigan
and
he
it
flipped,
distracts us
Wisconsin he
from our
flipped on
game.
the strength of blue-collar
Nah,
white
you
voters.
saying
Minnesota's a state that also has
The
only person who is going to be selected to be in that position of president is someone who advances the mission and goals of AIPAC statement. So what happened was Kamala was never supposed to win. This was never going to happen. It never was going to win. They played onto this, I will say the human sensibility in order to do what they needed to do, which was take attention off of the genocide, aka blood ritual, that they are doing in Gaza. She was never, ever supposed to win. I'm going to tell you what happened. She was not supposed to win. What she came in right at the time, at the peak of the protest of the children were shutting down bridges, when people from the Biden campaign was to put Kamala in this running, in this race. And they knew that people are so hungry for goodness and sweetness. I'll be merciful on y'all. That they latched onto and attached onto someone that if you critiqued Gaza, you were critiquing black women. If you critiqued Israel and Biden and Harris, you're critiquing black women. Okay? Pretty girls wear 20 pearls. How dare you insult black women? It's a complicated matter. Once she started running, everything became complicated and nuanced, and we need to work on an opponent we can move. Where before y'all was like, somebody lock Biden the fuck up. You niggas was ready to lock Biden up until she ran. Once she ran, all of the energy around Gaza got real neutered, we need a candidate that's an opponent that we choose and that we can move the needle a little right to the left. You literally lost all your fire for the genocide and they ramped that shit up. So instead of asking social media for accountability on blocking the videos from Gaza, instead you became hyper consumers of all things Kamala. You did it. You did it. Like, be accountable. Don't be like your aunties and uncles who ain't never been accountable for the ways to fuck you up. Be accountable. Instead of paying attention to the very real genocide that was happening, you let Zionists and AIPAC divert your attention to supporting someone who is openly and clearly a Zionist and has never changed her position. She's married to a goddamn Zionist. Her 2 kids are not her biological children. Those 2 kids are goddamn Zionists. That is what happened. She was never to win, baby girl. She was never going to win. That was never the point. Everything became real complicated because she got some bitches up there to shake ass. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. And that is what happened. She was never, ever, ever supposed to win. She was never going to win. They have tried to feed their children, and you're talking about the politics of joy and dancing at a black church. It's absolutely insane. And so, of course, she lost. The intention was never. No, she's not likable. Her story is not true. It's not likable. No one knows her. And those of us who do know her, people who lived in the Bay Area, she's the bitch that sent the goddamn tanks to remove those black mothers and their children from their home. Because as a political action, they would not leave an abandoned home they took over and turned into a community center. And she, as an individual, sent tanks. That's all I know her as. That's all I know her as. I'm going to be honest with you. And many of us remember her in that way. This spinning of her as some great black leader who's always been for black people and she down with the black shit and da-da-da-da-da. When she was over here in San Fran, she wasn't talking about no motherfucking Howard. She wasn't no AKA. She wasn't strolling. She ain't ever been in no AME. What's her church? Somebody tell me, what church she go to in the Bay? When she was here all these years, since she at the church is getting prayed over, what's her home court church? Because I bet every single black person on this thing can right now say what they church was. If you go to church, you know the church. Somebody tell me what church she went to.
The fact that we thought we could get along with these niggas is crazy.
Race is actually the child of racism and not the parent of racism.
And it's like, yo, we are in enemy territory, living on enemy grounds every day, being monitored, being fucking policed, being fucking oppressed. See our full potential. Is it that black and brown people need to come together? Because I feel like all other brown people that we keep saying that as black Americans that we need to come together with. And I'm including, and when I include in these brown people, I'm including Asian people, I'm including Latino people, I'm including Africans, I'm including Caribbeans. As a black American, all these people have already made their come together. We need to jump on our own shit. It's no disrespect to their shit because they built their shit. They did the work. You hear about their revolutions, you hear about all the shit they fought off, all the ways they fought off the British, whatever they had to do. They did it.
You saying some real shit. The last time they gave us a chance,
We have to do our shit. We're not one group talking to each other. Again, it's not one black vote going wherever the black vote goes.
Right.
We're so split.
But even black identity is split, right? Because like when you say the black vote, when the pollsters are talking about the black vote, they aren't breaking out Black Americans, West Africans, and then Caribbean people, right?
No.
Like they look at us as a monolithic idea of blackness. But that actually, like, we don't have the same cultural commonality. But that's also not even that big a hurdle, right? Like whiteness is the same exact idea, right? Like because like
already got their shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I be seeing shit, when I be seeing shit where it's like, yo, why do Jewish people have more than black people? Why do Asian people have more than black people? Why does this shit have more than black? I'm like, because they still move like immigrants. That's why. At a basic level, they still understand that they're guests here. And they move like they're guests here.
They stick together.
They collective, they get to a collective, they move like guests, they get down with each other because they understand this isn't their shit.
They stick together.
And they need each other. We move like citizens and we're not fucking citizens.
Yeah.
Nothing about how they treat us, nothing about how they extend privilege to us is that of a fucking citizen. But in our minds, we are fucking citizens. So we move like we're citizens. It's like, no, we're fucking foreigners. We're displaced people on a land that's not ours. We should be moving like that.
Right.
We should be behaving like that. We should be in a collective like that. There should be one black voice. I've been saying this forever. Black people shouldn't be Democrat. Black people shouldn't be Republicans. We should be black.
Fact.
And we should have a collective black voice. And whoever's going to do what we want, that's how we should vote.
That's who we vote for. Now you saying some real shit. That's deep.
We are immigrants. We are not Americans. They have shown us that time and time again.
On replay.
We are black people.
They showed us time and time again
we
on
are
replay
black
right
people.
in front of your face.
I equate it to like the moral. We are our own thing.
Yeah. Niggas don't want to leave, they want a peace.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's part of the shit too. Is we want ours right now, bro. We want ours now because we see white people getting theirs. The capitalists own this place. I feel like they have devised such an intricate web that they're never gonna let this shit go. It doesn't belong to us though. It doesn't belong to us. I think we built it. I think we invested in it, but that's different than owning it. We don't own it. It does not belong to us. I disagree with that. I think for all the black indigenous people from this land, if you want to stay here, stay here. Again, don't let me tell you what to do. I'm just going by how we're treated and what our progress is there. And how indigenous people that was here before that. I get it. But how long are we going to do this? That's the question. How long are we going to do this? Knowing what your contribution is and what a country needs from you is power. Explain that more. Because I don't really think outside of using black people and depleting us as a resource, the country needs anything from us. And I think they constantly show that they're willing to use us, but they're never willing to see us.
Well, let me ask you this. Will they let us leave?
That's the question, but let's test it. I would at least like to find out.
She said, let's test it.
I don't think we're going to escape white supremacy by going somewhere else, but I think we could find out our identity. I don't even think we know who the fuck we are here. That's my thing. It's like, it's such a deeper, like heady ass thing that I'm asking of like, have we ever even figured out who we are? Because we've only been something under oppression. We've only been something fighting. We've only been something opposing. We've only been something in against something. So do we even know who the fuck we are? Do we even know our full potential? And not to say white supremacy doesn't span the globe, but I travel. It don't feel like this everywhere, bro. Again, I want to experience some different racism. If racism is everywhere, give me another flavor at this point. Not for nothing. There's just nicer places. Just more pleasant.